it's the sight of the nightmare, and you can't really be here without remembering what took place that day. And I guess I'm not someone who kind of goes back and thinks about it all the time, but you can't escape from the fact that this is where it took place.
Businesses create jobs, and if you increase taxes,
get out of it, the job creation business entirely?
I think that it's a misnomer to say that government creates jobs. It creates jobs, it creates wealth by creating products and services for people, and the government is going to increase taxes on corporations, but to manage their capacity to hire new people.
Completely differently. First of all,
Kafka has shown us that the most horrifying thing, the cruelest, most tormenting thing that you can face is when you're innocent and you're being arrested, charged, prosecuted for something you don't really know the nature of. And it's the innocent that suffers the most, because it's the innocent who is tormented the most. My first decision when I was in the detention centre, when I knew it might be a very long while before I was released or taken anywhere else, was not to worry too much about it, in the sense not to kind of wallow in self-pity or kind of just, turn inwards and just kind of shut the world out. And I thought to myself, the best way to fight this is to be as positive as I can be.
It was very difficult. It was very, very difficult because I just wasn't told anything. I was just put into this cell and just said, you've been arrested for the commission, preparation, and instigation of an act of terrorism, which is a very, very serious allegation. And I thought, my God, I haven't even done anything. I came onto campus as every other day I do. I used to then, every single day I used to come onto campus, apart from Sundays. And I walked in on May the 14th. It was like any other day. Walked in, and before I started work, I went to the gents, and as soon as I walked in, 3 police officers followed me in and said, don't move, who are you? And I said, well, I'm a student, who are you? And they said, we're police officers and we're looking for somebody of a similar description to you. Followed them down to the car, sat in the car with one of the police officers, and he started asking me questions about if I knew somebody called Hicham, had I made contact with him. Before I knew, I was in the back of this car, and I was being driven to the police station, arrested as a potential suspect of terrorism. They just kept reinforcing and criminalising me in such a way that it would just break me. So I would break down, and I would cry, and get really worried, and I was suffering from really, really strong anxiety and just nervousness. I couldn't eat. I didn't eat anything. I didn't drink anything. I couldn't go to the toilet. I couldn't do anything. It was almost as if I was a subhuman in that cell. The document was discovered when I was trying to establish a definition of radical Islam. When I typed in one day radical Islam into Google, there were lots of results, obviously, and I was just sieving through the different results. And on about the 8th result, I think it was something called the Al-Qaeda Training Manual. And when I saw the document, I thought, oh wow, okay, as far as I'm aware, this is an illegal document, but it's been declassified because the website said the US Department of Justice. So I thought, oh okay, it's been put into the public domain as an open source document for researchers and journalists, etc. to use. So I thought, fantastic. Opened it, had a look at it. I thought, this is brilliant. This will really be a substantial document that will really, add some significant weight to the dissertation.
It's an open source document. It's a document that you can obtain on Amazon. It's a document that you can download, as Rizwan has done, from the US government Department of Justice website.
And in May, when the arrest happened, that's when the manual was discovered on Hisham's computer. Now, I had sent the manual to Hicham because I used to send him all of the reading material that I was going to be using that I had used for my PhD proposal, and that I would be using for my MA dissertation.
I explained to the police officers immediately what the context was. I told them exactly the reason why I had that document on my computer, and told them about my relationship with Rizwan. After the 6 days, they released myself and Rizwan from the terrorism charges without any apology or anything of the sort. That's the extent of the terrorism kind of investigation. What I didn't expect was that a few seconds after I was released, literally, 7-8 seconds, somebody else came into the room and rearrested me on immigration charges. I was told I was to be deported from the country within a week. Despite being here for 13 years, that I was simply going to be kept in detention in an immigration centre until my flight day, and I just simply had to accept it.